A warm welcome to everyone to the Heartbreak to Happiness special edition this Saturday. And today I'm joined by two fellow hosts. I'm Lucy and I'm one of Sarah's elite coaches, and we've got Michelle and Jenny with us as well, fellow coaches, and we are part of the team, the 7 of us in total that host the Heartbreak to Happiness sessions. There's 8 sessions a week. And so today we're going to give you a little insight into how they're run, what they're about. And if you have any questions at all, then wonderful Jenny is going to be on the chat. So do just put a question in and we'll answer anything you ask, and we'll see, how we get on. But anyway, it's wonderful to see you here, and those that are going to watch recorded as well. It's lovely, and we can't wait to welcome you to one of the sessions. So we're first going to go to Michelle, who's just going to give us a little bit of tech housekeeping and just a little bit about how you set up the sessions. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, good morning to you all. Thank you, Lucy, and thank you, Jenny. There have been a lot of delegates who have expressed concern about Zoom issues, tech issues. They don't know how to use Zoom. They've never used it before. They're scared of Zoom, etc., etc. So just to get things clear, it's really, really simple to do. I am one of the most un-techy people ever. And thank you for the support. And can now do it with my eyes closed in my sleep. It's very simple to come on, and we can help you if you want to change your name. You can come on camera, off camera, however it works for you. It's not as intimidating and as scary as it appears. A lot of people are scared that they're going to be forced to talk. It's a support group for breakup and divorce, and a lot of people are in a really bad state when they join us. But being a support group, we will help you. You will not be forced to speak. A lot of delegates for 1, 2, or maybe 3 sessions just to want to remain off screen and just to listen in. There is no fear of Zoom. It's really, really user-friendly. It's going to be very, very comfortable, as I've just explained. So have no concerns that you are forced to do anything that is outside of your comfort zone. The cost for the sessions, at the moment, we are doing a special offer of 25% off the monthly price, which equates to £29.62 a month, which when worked out, which we all spent ages on our calculators, around 93 pence per session, which is less than a cup of coffee. And what do you get for that? You get coaching and support from an accredited elite coach. You will get direct support and advice. And we will be putting the link in the chat.
Yes, thank you, Michelle. That's wonderful. So do look in the chat and then copy and paste or something so you can follow those, and we hope to see you on the session. Now, just to give you an idea of how the sessions, the structure of the sessions and how they run, each session runs for an hour, and you come on board. I mean, you can jump on as many as you want per week. There's 8 sessions, so you can jump on board. You don't have to register, you don't have to do anything. It's so easy. You're sent a link, and it also says who the coach is, and you just follow the link and jump on. Some people join right at the beginning, some people join a little bit halfway through if they're busy. So whatever you want. In fact, we've had people join from a gym, from a car, from a service station last night, it's so relaxed and friendly, and it's a very warm, comfortable place. It's very safe and it's confidential. Obviously, nothing leaves the group. So, you can, as I say, do as much as you want. And we start off, we give a little intro to give you an overview of how the session runs. We also give a little bit of a journey about how we came to Heartbreak to Happiness sessions ourselves. And also, we just ask, if anyone would like to speak. If they don't, you can say as little or as much as you like. It's completely up to you. So nobody is pressured into anything. It's very, very friendly. And then you have a little talk around those that would like to speak, and then we have, it's all uplifting and friendly, so we always end on a positive note. Someone's always got something funny to say, and although, you know, it's a very difficult time for everyone, but we try to make it to empower you a bit, to say you leave on a high and you've taken a little bit of something away from each session. So that's how it works. And then Jenny will just explain some of we have different themes per week, so Jenny might run through those for us. Have you got those at hand?
I have, yes. And I have to say, it's an hour of inspiration and listening to other people's stories. You definitely feel that you are in a tribe, in your family. And that's actually something that one of the delegates has said. So the themes are anything from moving on with confidence to actually creating your future, because obviously once you've gone through your breakup, separation and divorce, you need to plan ahead, and we are adapting all of our themes to accommodate the needs and wants of the delegates. Other things are dealing with toxic relationships, which can be a bit of an eye-opener for some of the delegates. Questions and answer session as well. So anything that you feel that you want to share with the coach or resonate with the other delegates who may have experienced something very similar. So it's very much in a cohesive and togetherness type of mentality. So the themes are really there just as a guide, to be honest. So obviously don't feel limited to those themes. You can jump on and share, and you can listen, and you can ask the coaches as well. So they're there purely as a guide.
Yes, thank you, Jenny. That's great. And also, you, as Jenny was saying, you know, it's where you do find comfort in connecting with others. And that is something, I mean, the whole purpose of this is that just to make you aware that you don't have to feel alone. Nobody has to be alone going through this. And that's something that often you can feel a little bit isolated. So this is you. We've created your own support group for you. You don't have to do anything apart from click the link. And, you know, when you do hear other people's stories, I think you find you know, a common ground, and you suddenly understand that actually others are going through this, or they're probably a little bit further ahead or behind, but you can always resonate with other people. And I think that is so comforting. We've all found that in our own situations as well. So I think that's, you know, that's been something that's great. So we've made your tribe for you, as Jenny said, so you can join on board. And we've had a number of you know, of different people that have come through that have really, really benefited from it. I think the beauty is we've seen them transform in front of our own eyes in that regard. And I think, Michelle, you've had, I mean, you had some clients that have really, you know, that you've seen that have actually benefited so much from the sessions. What have you come across?
So we've had quite a few clients, delegates, who are at different stages of their breakup and divorce. One comes to mind, a really lovely lady, I won't be using her name, who joined us, I think about 2 or 3 days after her husband told her that their marriage was over. They have a little girl of, I think, 1. For the first session, she just sat there crying. For the second session, she cried a little bit less, came on, introduced herself, but that was it. The third session, she joined in, she began to tell her story, but we don't concentrate on the story. She just gave us an outline and whatever she felt safe and comfortable to do. And by about the 8th, she attended every session for, now it's 3 months, because she thrives on the support. Within a month, she was laughing, she was joining in. She was a really wonderful member of the family, the tribe, as it's called. And the transformation was truly, truly beautiful to see. It's all about support, where, as Lucy just said, everything is confidential. It's a safe place for you to say whatever you want, whatever you feel. And it's not just the elite coaches who are incredibly passionate about helping the delegates, who are trained every week by Sarah Davison to help the delegates, but it's also the other delegates that help each other. And it's a really, really wonderful, warm, beautiful environment.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. It is indeed. And I think, as Michelle said, it is so rewarding. I mean, you know, we've seen it with our own eyes. We've seen how people have benefited from this. And I myself, I had there's one lady in particular who's in her 60s, and she came on board, and she was so upset, and she found it really difficult to talk. So she was in tears for a lot of the time. And then her husband had left her and moved on with someone else, and she was finding it very difficult to come to terms with. And what she realized, that coming to the sessions and listening to other people and going through it all, she realized that actually a whole day was consumed with thinking about her ex and thinking about him and thinking about how she could fix or do something with him. But really, this empowered her to take back control herself and to actually realize that all her energy and her power has been given away. And she then became empowered, and she is a flag flying person for the course, and she absolutely loves it. And she said that it's just made her more independent. She's thinking for herself, she's making plans, she's seeing the grandchildren on her own terms. She's not waiting for someone else to do things for her. She's actually taken that control herself, and that's been wonderful to see. And now she's always telling us of what she's planning next. It's just fantastic. So the transformation you see, and as Michelle said, others support each other, and so they hop on board and say, actually, this helped me or that helped me, and it's just great for them to understand, you know, what works for everyone. Yeah, it's great. And Jenny, what have you found?
Well, it's really interesting. So one of the delegates is actually a lawyer himself. He's just shy of 60 and has got grown-up children, and it was his wife who decided to call it a day. And there was a little bit of toxic and animosity going on, I have to confess. And he was really hurt, and he felt like his world had just, you know, finished. And now, a couple of months along the line, he is in a position of strength. He's not responding with, you know, any animosity with the solicitor or his ex-partner. And he is creating much more of a family focus using HH, Heartbreak to Happiness, is his family. And he's connecting with all the delegates, and his sense of humor is just shining through. So, you know, huge transformation from that heartbreak to now it is happiness for him. So yeah, wonderful, wonderful to see him coming from strength to strength.
Oh, thanks, Jenny. And I think some other delegates have said that every time they come to a session, they take away a little nugget of wisdom with them. And it's either something someone else has said or something they found out themselves. It can be a bit of a light bulb moment when someone mentions something, they think, oh my goodness, I recognize that. So it is really quite enlightening for that. So yeah, I was just going to say, is there any questions coming up at all, Jenny? Is there anything?
Just one about the link which both Michelle and I have posted in. Just, I think it may have been latecomers coming in, so just put that back in. Nothing else at the moment. So I think this is an opportunity for people just to, if you've got any questions about timings or how we select the themes or how you can have your voice heard, perhaps even where you are now, or what is it that's still stopping you from coming on board, should there be anything. So maybe just throw it in the chat for us.
Absolutely,
do answer.
Sorry, yes, absolutely, if there's anything at all. And we often find that people pop on if they've had, even if they've had a fantastic day, they like to share that, because it's not only sharing, you know, the tricky times, it's sharing those bonuses as well, or those uplifts, and it does boost everyone else when you hear that. So and I know one delegate, she was saying that it became part of her her weekly friendship group that she liked to join in and just see who was on or what was going on, because friendships are formed as well through that. And we found a few, as Michelle said earlier. There was, you know, one lady, and there's been quite a few actually that have been on nearly every session to start with, and then they start to keep it as their link, that they just click in and just see how everyone's doing. And it's great that I think they get also reward from hearing other people's journeys and seeing them come so far as well. And it boosts them on their journeys. So yeah, it works both ways, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And the fact is that they've even created their little friendship groups also out with HH. You know, they're there, they're boosting each other's confidence, they're sharing as well on a WhatsApp group. You don't have to participate, but they've just chosen that they want to have that further connection. So it's just created such a cohesive, supportive, and you know, divorcee-centered approach, really.
Exactly.
You know, rather than keep, you know, for want of a better word, burdening your family members who think, oh, here we go again. You know, they don't want to hear the story, but other people in the HH are quite happy to hear the story because they can resonate with it.
Yes, I think that's it. I think it's the fact we have an understanding, where you listen and support, and friends, you can go and do some fun things with your friends, but if you want to either offload or if you want to share something, then do it amongst the group here, because I think then that's great. Then, as you say, you're not burdening your friends with any more of that in that regard, which is great. Yeah.
But we do find that they generally don't actually go into great detail about the story. So it's not a morbid, miserable meeting.
No, it's
they just touch on it, explain, give an outline of where they're at. And generally will come up with a question or an issue that happened today or this week. So it's like instant access to an accredited elite breakup and divorce coach for an instant answer. Just for some background, Sarah Davison created HH, Heartbreak to Happiness support groups, back in early June. And it's basically the same thing as you have Weight Watchers or Slimming World, or Alcoholics Anonymous. This is purely support for people who are going through a breakup, going through a divorce, whether they are in their 20s, 30s. We have delegates who are even in their 70s, covering all age groups. And just to be there, to listen, to support. It's an incredible, incredible system. It really helps people move forward positively, which is what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I have a question here by Helena. She missed the first couple of minutes and she apologizes. But Michelle, I know you know these quantities and costs of the bat, really. And she's asking what are the monthly costs. So could you just kindly repeat that, Michelle? Because
thank you, Jen.
You know it.
I know it because it's just so amazing. It's just such good value. I can't get over it. So the monthly cost should be, I think, 39 something or other, but per month, and that is for 8 sessions a week. Every week. Those attending this webinar are entitled to the special offer again of 25% off, which equates to £29.62 a month for 32 sessions, which works out at around 93 pence per session. So it's way less than a coffee anywhere, probably even a coffee to make at home with the electricity today. The value that you get is second to none. It really, really is. You should come on for the 3 weeks trial just to see what it's about. Yeah. And then you can decide for yourself, because we can talk about this, I think, for the rest of the week. But it's for you to come and to see what it's all about. You will love it. The support is second to none.
Yeah, I think it's really, really worth just dropping in there that some of the elite coaches, you've only got 3 here, but we actually have a lot more. And our specialisms range from law right the way through to mindfulness, to conflict, to managing conflict in court, children, how to deal with children who are going through the upset of their parents breaking up. So it's a wealth of knowledge. We're not cookie cutters at all. We bring our own experience, our own forte, and our own skill set as well. There is another question here. Friends keep giving conflicting advice. I find it confusing. What should I do? I know they want to be helpful, but sometimes it isn't. What's your thoughts then on that, ladies?
It was Michelle was going to put her hand up.
It's very, very typical that clients come to us with this exact point. So the thing is that your friends are your emotional support. They are on your side. They are very, very emotionally involved. It's best to come to a coach who is experienced and knowledgeable and can see things without emotion, can see the whole picture, and can support you and give you good sound advice without keeping you stuck, without keeping you exactly in that, focusing on all that bad or difficulties, toxicity that's happened. A friend is great to go out with, to give you good times, to have that different kind of support. Come to HH for the support that will be unemotional, as in without attachments, but proper, solid, supportive advice that will help you to move forward.
Absolutely, Michelle. I mean, I think with friends, they mean very well and they're there for you, but they are very emotionally, as Michelle said, attached to you in that regard. So it brings up emotions for them as well. So coming into the support groups, obviously we've got an understanding, we've all been through the situation, so we understand exactly what you're going through, and within the group everyone has that understanding. So we're coming at it from a slightly different angle, just to give you that advice to help you move forwards, rather than, as Michelle says, to get you more emotional in that regard. Yes, anything else come up?
Yes, so we've got a delegate called Judith, and she's already enrolled, and she's also starting the course. And can I also join? So she's enrolled in the course. That must be the Breakup and divorce practitioner level. And she's asking, can she also enroll in HH? And the answer, Lucy,
absolutely. Is yes, of course you can. We'd love to have you on board. How wonderful. Super. Oh, that's great.
Yes. There was a delegate who said, I'm ready to sign on. Just to say, all the links are in the chat box. So you've been putting your questions in the question and answer box. Next door to that is the chat box, and you'll find a direct link there with the 25% off. So yeah, get a hold of that before we disappear, because time is running to a close. What are we on? We're almost at 11:25. I think we're finishing it 11:30.
Yes, so if anything else comes up.
Just to add, sorry, Lucy.
Yes,
just
you can
add that we are 7 elite divorce and breakup coaches. We're all experienced and very knowledgeable, specializing in domestic abuse, amongst our other specialities. Yes. We also do offer one-to-one coaching for those that need a more tailored support. And we all have clients on our own, as well as clients as delegates who come to the support groups. So you can have all different kinds of support simultaneously. And I'll put the link in the chat box for the one-to-one coaching as well.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thank you for that, Michelle.
Can I just add to that, actually? So HH, it's like snorkeling, all right? So you're all snorkeling and you're at the top of the sea and you're going through and you're in sort of touching base with each other, and you've got a hot topic that you want help with. One-to-one coaching, is scuba diving. You are going down into the bottom of the sea, and you are getting the answers bespoke, tailored to your needs and wants at the current time, and at a pace that suits you as well. So we'll start off an hour and a half. It's always an hour and a half because the coaches need to hear your story just once. So no more repeating, just the once. And then from that, a tailored approach is formulated with your agreement, obviously, and then you can take it from there. So HH, snorkeling, coaching, deep diving.
Absolutely, Jenny. So we offer all of those services, and on top of that, we also offer a few live sessions that we've had. And some people from the support group actually decided that we were talking on one of the sessions, or all of the sessions, I'm sure, about the live event we had in London, and a number came up to that and actually met in person and just joined together with it. So there's that, lovely. So there's so many different things that you can do, and it branches off to to different depths or levels, and an in-person coffee together at a live. What more could you ask for? Anything else coming through, Jenny? Or
just that folk are not able to see the link for.
If not, we could.
So what I've just done there, I've just put the link in the Q&A. Can you just respond to say if you can see it now? And could somebody just respond to see if they can see it in the chat box? Because we don't want you losing out at this time.
There's the special offers there, isn't it, as you say?
Yeah. Oh, I think somebody might have responded.
And hopefully, I'm sure Marina will send out a follow-up email, and she can include both the links for the 25% off as well as for the one-to-one coaching.
Yes, I was going to say we'll follow up with that just to make sure that you haven't missed out, just in case that starts to go a little bit. But...
Yeah, thank you, Judith. Judith has just said that she can see it now. So thank you, Judith, for confirming. Can somebody just jump into the chat box and have a little perusal through that? And can you see the link on that, and let
Jenny, can everybody actually see the chat box? Let's just give a very, very quick overview, because don't forget I'm the techie here.
That is a joke.
We love a joke. We love a joke. Yes, I can see that.
If you're watching this Zoom on a laptop, if you click at the bottom of the screen, it will give you the options of mute, stop video, more. If the chat box is not already there, just click on more, and one of the options there will be chat box. And if you're holding either an iPhone or an iPad, at the bottom of the screen, again, you will probably see 3 dots. That will be a link for more links, and you will find the chat box there. If you don't have an Apple device, I'm really sorry, I can't help you. But I'm sure it's much of the same.
Yes, absolutely. But if not, as I say, we'll get Marina to follow up on all of that to make sure everyone's been sent it. But that's great.
That's lovely. Any more questions?
Yeah, anything else before we go?
Or even just say where you're dialing in from.
Yes,
that's
it would
really
be interesting,
because sometimes we get people who don't live too far away from each other, and then they create a nice buddy support network there. So just chuck those in the chat as well, where you're coming in from. Yes. And if you've got any additional questions, which might be what stopped, or identify what stopped you from signing up until this moment, so we can address those. I think that's really interesting, because even though you may have changed your mind, somebody's northwest London, no rain, yay!
There we go. Yes.
That's good to hear. Yeah. So
Jenny's frozen.
She might have some objections that we can address you've had in the past until you actually heard of. Let's see.
Also, not forgetting that the first week is a free trial. You do not have to commit yourself to anything. and you can attend as many of the 8 sessions in that 3-week trial. So basically, you actually have nothing to lose. After that, if you do wish to sign up, and if you sign up within the week, you get the 25% off. And you can cancel your membership whenever you want. We have had delegates who, when they had enough support for that moment in time, they've decided to hold off their membership. They've come off for a month or even a month and 2 months. And some of them actually even come back because they want to come back for the support that they get. They benefit from it, just to help them move forward positively. So basically, you are completely in control. But the 3 weeks trial is exactly that. A 3-week, 8 sessions. You're welcome to jump onto as many sessions as you wish.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I just want to add to that, Michelle, we have one delegate who's just coming in, and she's from USA, Maine, and we do have delegates from the States.
Yes.
Tune in, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Round about lunchtime UK time.
Well, I think that's the great thing, because we have different times. We have evenings, but we have a morning slot on a Wednesday, and we have a 2 o'clock on a Thursday as well. So we often get, so, you know, you can get into those different time zones, and we do get quite a few from America. Yeah, so yeah, from everywhere, anywhere, you know, that's great. Any other questions, Jenny? Or
yes, this one from Helena.
Right.
I'm in South East London. I'm attempting to sign up, but asking for coupon and my postcode is incorrect. Not sure about that one.
That's going to challenge us.
weren't expecting that one.
Well, they might. I think that might have to be Marina one. They might.
Perhaps they can direct message you if they can, and send you their email, and we can email them back, Jenny.
Yes, that would be great. So Helena, if you could kindly, I'll take a note of your name anyway, but if you could kindly email me, or sorry, message me directly in the chat, and you just look for Jenny Coach or any of the coaches, just to keep your personal details limited. Yes. Yeah. That would be great. Other than that, I have taken note of your name, and Marina, who is Sarah's Heartbreak to Happiness manager, will look into it for you. So
one thing that all us coaches have repeatedly said is, because we've all been through a breakup or a divorce, some have been more toxic than others, but we've all experienced it. But unitedly, we've all said we could have really done with something like these HH support groups at our time. And it's basically an honor to be the coach to support others in need.
I think that's right, Michelle. I think that's why we're all so passionate about it, is because we know how much, you know, it helps people. And just as you say, that, you know, would have benefited ourselves from coming on to one of these. So that's why it's great. Yes. Anything else, Jenny, to add to that before I close? Before if you've got everything, as long as you've got everything you need.
Yeah, nothing else there. So just to say, if any of you are having troubles, I've taken a note of your names, and Marina will certainly come back to you. I apologise that that link appears to have been a bit challenging. That's
well, it's a good job we've got Jenny on the keyboard there. She's on it.
I'm on it, guaranteed. Yeah.
Oh,
so no other questions.
Okay, so we're done. So yeah, so it's just a big thank you for those that will come on and those that are watching the recording. And just to say that, as I said before, you're not alone. We're here to help and support you, and to listen to any of your stories, you know, and it's a wonderful community and support group for you. And we really, really hope that we see you next week on one of the sessions. So it's a goodbye from all of us coaches. And don't forget to join up. If you haven't got it in the link, then it will come to you. Check in your mailbox, and then we'll see you next week, hopefully. So it's a joint goodbye from all of us. Okay. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Bye.